manhunt for the assassin who gunned down conservative activist Charlie Kirk. Officials just released this image. They are asking for the public's help in identifying the person of interest in connection with the fatal shooting. CNN's Nick Watt is following.
I don't see any rifle. He's not holding a rifle or anything. So it makes me think he like planned this a day ahead and left a rifle up on top of the roof. Yeah, you know.
This breaking news. Nick, you are in Orem, Utah. This is a really significant moment that this is being put out to crowdsource.
Absolutely. So, Dana, we were told that they made some key breakthroughs overnight. One of those breakthroughs was good, clean video images of this suspect. Now, we were told about 2.5 hours ago that investigators were using technology to try to find an identity from that video image. We were told they were pretty confident that they could do that, but if they couldn't, then they were going to release the images to the public to try and get the public's help. They have now released those images on X, on other platforms, and it shows, as we were told earlier, a college-aged male who, as investigators say, could very easily have blended in with the crowd here on campus. 3,000 people here to see Charlie Kirk yesterday. They described this young male suspect as college age, able to blend in. So the other key breakthroughs that they discussed, they have found a weapon, a high-powered bolt-action rifle with some writings. They are going through those writings. FBI analysts looking at the writings, also at the weapon, also...
What kind of video is that? Is somebody videoing him? Or is this a camera up above the stairs or something? I guess this is a security camera, but it looks like someone's filming from a cell phone. Yeah.
Trying to find an identity. It is now coming up on 22 hours since the shooting, and of course with every hour this task gets harder. They found a weapon in a wooded area behind the campus in the direction that they know the suspect fled, but the suspect himself was not found in that wooded area, and as an FBI special agent said this morning, they don't know how far he has gone. So they've been gathering video imaging from security cameras, from the many students who obviously had cell phones on them. We've seen the image of a person running across the roof just after the shots were fired. They now have all the doorbell camera video from the neighborhood through which the suspect fled, and of course they will just be trying to piece this together to try and track this suspect as far as they possibly can. But this is a major, major breakthrough. This is also a major admission that they have not been able to, I would assume, use the technology they were using on those images to try and draw an identity themselves. That is why they have now thrown this open to the public, asking for the public's help, as they have been from the moment the investigation started. The FBI says they've had over 130 tips by this morning. Images, video. They want more of that, and now they want the public's help in trying to identify the person shown in these images. Dana?
I also understand that we have some new information about some words and phrases that were imprinted on the gun that certainly could give some indication of perhaps at least some of the motive here.
Correct. This is reporting from my colleague Evan Perez that there was some writing found with the gun, with the ammunition, and they are obviously analyzing that to see if this writing leads them to an identity of the suspect, or if it is perhaps, ramblings on current cultural events. Analysts are going...
I don't know why they just don't say it. According to the Wall Street Journal, it was trans ideology scribbled on the bullets. I don't know why they find it so hard and difficult to report that. Right. Just say what you found. If it's being reported on other platforms, why don't you just go ahead and say it? I mean, you are a major news network and is backed up by actual evidence. I don't know why you would hide something like that. If something like this happened and they had like Trump's name on the bullets and stuff like that, I would denounce that. That would be the first words out of my mouth. Right. Even though I'm a Trump supporter, I don't advocate for violence against Democrats. I don't advocate for violence against anybody who doesn't agree with me. Yeah, because you have a conscience. Most people
Most people don't have a conscience
when it comes to politics.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think for the most part on the right, we have a conscience. We can't be radicalized like the left can. I'm not saying we can't be radical on the right, but on the left, I think it's more prevalent because they tend to be emotional thinkers.
Yeah.
So you can radicalize them easier.
Right, because they're so emotional.
Yeah.
You can manipulate them. I was looking at a story last night on Fox. A guy was saying that this looked like a professional hit. This doesn't seem like a professional hit. The dude ran away on foot. He abandoned the rifle. This is not a professional hit. A lot of people are not aware, but a rifle with a scope on it, a 6-year-old could hit a target with that.
Yeah, I remember when we was in the
Just
Marine
goes
Corps.
to show you how lucky Trump is.
Yeah. Yeah,
Very
remember
lucky.
The first time I ever shot a weapon was when I was in boot camp in the Marines.
Yeah.
And I shot a rifle and I was scared. And I was actually afraid of guns at the time.
Right.
I was scared of the recoil and everything. And my first shot, you just take a deep breath, make sure you're not breathing when you pull the trigger.
Mm-hmm.
And I hit the bullseye right in the head from 100 yards away. My first time I ever shot a rifle.
With no scope.
Yeah, and I was 18 years old and I was terrified.
Right.
Going through that right now. Now, Evan Perez also reports that they found a screwdriver with that weapon, because one of the questions that I've had is, okay, sure, this suspect could have blended into a crowd on a college campus, but could a suspect blend into a crowd on a college campus while carrying a long gun? Now, one theory, perhaps, is that that screwdriver that they found would have been used to disassemble and assemble that rifle. Now, we've also heard from authorities that they've put together a timeline. They believe that the suspect arrived just by the campus at 11:52 a.m. local time. That is 28 minutes before the shooting, 8 minutes before the Charlie Kirk event began. They have tracked the suspect up stairwells across the roof to the shooting position that we believe is on top of a college campus building, with about a 200-yard straight shot to where.
Yeah, that's easy with a rifle.
Just like shooting a target. With a rifle, that is absolutely nothing.
Yeah,
I mean, me being a novice in boot camp, 500 yards away, I could hit 10 out of 10. I did it 10 out of 10 from 500 yards. 200 yards is...
Yeah. Was it 500 yards or like 300, 400 yards?
Just like 500 yards.
Really? It's been so long ago. But they taught us how to disassemble the M16 and everything and put it together.
Right.
You could take apart and put it back together. I could do that in like a minute.
Right.
I forgot all about that.
That's crazy, man. I still do not understand why these roofs are not secured.
At the very least, have somebody watching the roof.
Yeah, you got people actually before the shooting actually pointing at the guy on the roof.
Yeah.
I'm like, what kind of... I do not...
Yeah, he's a high-profile individual, and he gets death threats routinely.
Yeah.
And the roofs are not secured. I'm sure they do a great job with Charlie's team, but how can someone have access to a roof during an event like, especially when that just happened to Trump?
Yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I mean, we called it out when it happened to Trump. You got to call it out now. Every roof should have been secured, especially within 200 yards of Charlie.
Where Charlie Kirk was sitting when he was hit. So major developments, Dana, but still no suspect in custody. They have they have taken in 2 people for questioning over the course of the investigation. They've been questioned and released. They are completely out of the picture in terms of the investigation. No stigma on them whatsoever. They are searching for this person. They've just released the images of the person who they desperately want to find. Dana.
All right, thank you so much. Appreciate that very important reporting. And on these new developments, we're going to continue the conversation with retired FBI Special Agent Daniel Brunner. Thank you so much for being here. First, what does the fact that they have released this photo tell you as somebody who has been involved in FBI investigations like this?
Well, it tells me that the investigation is going through its normal course of action. I believe that this is just another step in putting more pressure on this individual to make a mistake. And that right there is the key where investigators are looking for, is they want this individual to make a mistake. He may have planned the next 24, 48 hours after the incident, but at some point he's going to get tired. He's going to make a mistake. He's going to get hungry. He's going to get cold. very much similar to the Luigi Mangione manhunt, where he made a mistake. And that's all that it takes is one small mistake. And he's on the run. So this individual planned for this. He prepared his escape plan, but he's already making mistakes by leaving the rifle, leaving the screwdriver, and clearly, getting
palm print, elbow print, footprint.
I'm sure they can pull DNA from that from his sweat.
Yeah, his sweat. Yeah, I'm sure they can get his DNA too. But you know what's even more shocking than what happened? It's like how I didn't have no idea. I knew the left, there are some evil characters on the left,
Yeah.
but I see countless like postings on TikTok, Instagram, everywhere where they're just mocking this dude.
Yeah.
And they're celebrating what happened. Like TMZ reported it live when
Right.
Trump posted it. And you could hear women in the background like laughing, like celebrating. They were so happy.
Yeah. And I've said this multiple times. Y'all know I've said this. There's a special type of wickedness in a woman. It's just a fact. It's just men are evil, but man, the evil inside of a woman, I mean, it is just dark, wicked, and it's a major reason why it's one of the most profound stories in the Bible about the Garden of Eden. That's why it's in there.
That's probably why it's the first.
That's why it's the first story.
Yeah. Yeah, we was going to do a video yesterday. I just couldn't.
I couldn't even function. I barely sleep last night.
Yeah, I still can't function.
Yeah. It's like so many things went wrong for this to happen. It's like, I will never understand somebody this high profile. There will be a man on the roof and nobody sees him. I mean, what kind of security detail does that? I can't believe he's gone.
digital evidence where he was tracked across the campus, and they're going to go backwards from there. They're going to watch him where he approaches campus, and from there they're going to go even further back. Did he walk down around campus? Did he approach campus? They're going to look at all the digital evidence that's out there. But another key thing that they're doing here is pushing this photograph out is people who have digital phones. They may have captured his image, and that's why it'll motivate individuals to say, well, maybe I'll turn in my phone now for evidence, which will increase the amount of intelligence that they can get.
Oh, that's interesting, that this might be a way for them to just get more information and more, as you said.
Oh, shut up. You know what? I've seen
If they
this.
got him coming, they got him going.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but anyway, I see this comment right here everywhere. Hold on, this right here. Charlie Kirk said gun deaths are unfortunately worth it to keep the Second Amendment, and I guess he took one for the team. I've seen this comment, these posts, just mocking his death.
yeah.
Like
Logically, it is sound. Like when people die from swimming pools, right? We still keep swimming pools because someone lost their life due to a swimming pool, an accident at a swimming pool, we still allow people to have the right to own a swimming pool. Same thing for cars.
Yeah.
People lose their life in cars all the time. It's just a part of having cars in society. This is a part of having pools in society. Gun deaths is just a part of having guns in society.
Yeah, alcohol. That's why alcohol is not bad. Yeah. How many deaths result from alcohol? But nobody talks about banning alcohol because everyone loves alcohol.
It's a part of society because we allow people the freedom to drink alcohol if they want to.
So,
And for somebody to use that quote and mock him after this man has died, just shows how low capacity you are and how ignorant you are. It's just a fact. That statement Charlie made is sound.
yeah. And it's the irony of that being the first comment because I've seen it everywhere.
It's just you hate guns more than you just hate guns.
Look, while it turns out, look at this comment. While it turns out he was worried about the wrong group of people after all. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, well, it is the CNN. They got a bunch of vegetables watching this network.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just shocked last night. I thought they had found the guy that was responsible.
Yeah, but
I wake up. Well, before I went to sleep, they released him. I was like, wow, the guy that did this is on the run. They don't even know who it was.
yeah, and then I see that guy on Fox News. Somebody was an expert, and that made me feel sick to my stomach. But this is promising. They actually see the guy coming and going. They've identified the guy.
Got his prints.
They found a murder weapon, the assassination weapon. So Yeah, this is looking promising.
Yeah. Yeah, I just can't get over how the left's reacting.
Yeah. Well, they're wicked, especially the women. And then you ought to see the men, and they all like this.
Yeah.
They think like a
well,
woman.
gay people tend to be like emotional thinkers, like women. So I think that's why a majority of gay people are Democrat.
Yeah.
Like Democrats, they target emotional thinking people, like by their messages.
Right.
How they put things out in front of the world, it draws your emotion. So typically, people that vote Democrat, they're going to be more emotional.
Yeah.
Like women are more emotional. Everybody knows that. And I find like a lot of men who are gay, they typically are emotional, like as if they're a woman.
Yeah.
You know, so it makes sense. These comments and how these people are reacting online, celebrating his death. I mean, I couldn't imagine being.
I mean, if this happened to Kamala or Joe Biden,
I would not be
I would not
celebrating.
be out in the streets celebrating, doing TikTok videos.
Yeah, because violence begets violence. Where's it going to end?
Yeah.
You think it ends there? It doesn't.
Yeah. Well, the Democrats don't have much of a party, if you want to call it that, because, I mean, they have no policies. They believe in open borders. They believe in mutilating kids based on some random ideology that has it's just
It's
it's
an
insane.
ideology.
It's craziness.
Yeah.
They have nothing. They have no policies.
Yeah.
All they got is emotion and lies.
Yeah. They use people.
Yeah, they do. They use people a lot.
Like I seen like Jasmine Crockett. She put out a statement saying no political violence should not be tolerated in this country. I'm like, you're the very ones out here calling Charlie Kirk and Trump and all these people
Yeah.
freaking Nazis. You calling them white supremacists. You're putting that message out there in the world.
Yeah.
But now you want to put that statement out? I was like,
Yeah.
the mainstream media and the Democrats that talk like that,
Yeah.
I think the blood is on your hands. You caused this.
Well, she's not going to be in office much longer. They gerrymandered the hell out of Texas. She's going to lose her seat. That one nutcase with the cane, what's the name? They named him after
Al
singer
Green?
Al Green. That nutcase is gone.
Yeah.
I think every Republican state said gerrymandered the hell out of that state.
Yeah.
I mean, we learned it from the Democrats.
Yeah. Hopefully they find this guy soon.
Yeah.